Hey y'all, this is the legendary Sonny G, Sonny with an O, not a U.
And this is your boy Sterling Moody.
And we are Effa Podcast.
Effa Podcast.
And thank you for listening to us. So make sure you tune in to Effa Podcast, a real N-word podcast where we talk about
real N-word stuff.
That's it. So make sure y'all tune in.
Effa Podcast.
Effa Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Effa Podcast. I am the legendary Sonny G, Sonny with an O, not a U. I'm not a closed door evaluator. And my special guest host today,
Rod, the manager, still here.
Rod.
I have nothing else to do.
From Talking Brick.
Nothing that can be managed. Except for Talking Brick, I guess.
And I'd like to give audio dap. I forgot to do it last episode.
Just do two this time.
So I am. I'm going to give audio dap one to Blinged Out Cuties. Cuties spelled with a K. It's a crafting customization company. They make clothes, they make cups, they make custom smoking trays, they make pretty much anything you need customized. So look them up on social media. Blinged Out Cuties. Cuties is spelled with a K. Made my lifeguard outfit, which as you can see, the Trap Nerd lifeguard outfit. I'm going to explain all about this in just a second. The second audio dap I'd like to give out is Diva Curves. Diva Curves, and Curves is spelled with a K. So everybody's doing the whole alternate lettering with their companies now. I
like how you just motioned like curves.
Like,
right? He was down here motioning curves. Like, I mean, like.
Because curves mean something
different. It's
different
almost like
now.
when you say curves, you can feel it. Like,
yeah.
You felt like
curves,
they were saying curves.
When you say curves are curvy now, that, it's something. It's completely different than it was 15 years ago. Like, curvy 15 years ago just meant that, like, she didn't work out.
Right.
And now curvy is like she really don't work out, but
it look good.
Yeah.
It looks good when she don't work out. That's the new thing right now.
And so Diva Curves spelled with a K, puts on an annual pool party specifically for BBWs called the Swim Thick Pool Party. It's usually done. It's a mansion party. Usually it's a mansion party. And so I found out about it last year because it took place right down the street from my house. They had a problem getting the mansion that they were originally supposed to have it at last year, so they ended up holding it at an aquatic center in Norcross, and it was pretty, decent. It looked like it was a nice party, and as I've said on previous shows, I have been team anorexically challenged my whole life.
What's that symbol look like?
Anorexically challenged?
Yeah. Like a skinny girl with a line through it.
Oh, yeah. So a stick figure with long hair.
Big old water head stick figure, too.
With lines through
like extra big old head, and the stick is like extra skinny, So she look like she just not eating. How dare she?
Like refusing a sandwich.
Right.
That's what it looks like, a stick figure refusing food.
Right. So now we have a sandwich in the hand of the... someone holding them a sandwich,
or like the stick figures like doing the push away motion.
Yes.
The I don't want that. But so the Swim Thick Pool Party, we went yesterday. Thank you for coming out to that with me. And
I was the manager, guys. That's what I do. I just manage.
And so with my outfit, I had on the shirt which says Trap Nerd ENT. It just has the red plus on it like a lifeguard sign, and then I had on some red shorts. They were politically correct. Let's just say they.
You like a lifeguard?
Well, yeah, they were definitely genuine.
It was uncomfortable for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Genuine lifeguard looking shorts. They were short. They left very little to the imagination.
David Hasselhoff.
Very Hasselhoff. Like Hasselhoff is a verb in this tense. As a matter of fact, those shorts were very Hasselhoff. Would
you say Hasselhoffly?
They were Hasselhoffly. The shorts were Hasselhoffly. And
not an English major or nothing, but I think if you put Lee on something, it makes you sound smarter.
English
smartly.
English is a very manipulative.
Put ly on it.
Manipulatively? No, wait. But English is a language that it lends itself to being manipulated very easily. Cause
works in your favor.
Yeah. But
Urban Dictionary kind of stuff.
And so yesterday we're there. And we were set up to just be outside and get footage of onlookers or people who were coming into the party, and then we were going to catch people coming out of the party and things of that nature. Well, because of how well my lifeguard uniform was put together, even though it says trap nerd and not lifeguard, they thought that I was an actual lifeguard for the event. So they let me in to work, and they did actually put me to work.
It's the people that get paid here in America, guys.
I
It's ridiculous.
tickets for the event they started at $75. So
Look, they were just hiring people to work at the door. They weren't hiring them because how smart they were. There was no test involved.
So I got basically free entry because I looked like the lifeguard, which at no point did I tell anybody I was a lifeguard.
Why you need a lifeguard on duty at these things?
They did have a lifeguard. She was a little skinny girl too, and I just sat there and I pitied her.
No.
I pitied her. Because I was like,
Did she know what she was getting into?
right, like, ma'am.
I want to interview her.
Ma'am, you are 115 pounds. One of these ass cheeks alone weigh twice.
What's the movie G.I. Jane? She just has to prove it to her dad that she can be a lifeguard.
I don't think
Her
she would.
first gig.
She would have disappointed
BBW
him.
pool party.
She would have
I'm out.
disappointed him so hard if anybody would have actually needed medical attention. Because there's no way. Like the average
She can't fill
weight,
those lungs.
the average weight of the chick there was 250.
Right.
And,
Oh yeah.
And she was like smaller than you.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I'm a big dude. I'm 6'5", 306 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Bench at 480.
But with people with big women, you know, you can't just wake up one day and decide you're gonna, if they're drowning, you're gonna save their lives. Like that
Hey.
takes, like me personally, even though I wasn't an official lifeguard, I've been training, you know, to deal with big women my whole life. You know, I know how to grab and secure big women.
Heimlich is hard, man.
You know, once a month, I fill my refrigerator with ham and just move it from one side of the kitchen to the other, and that's how I train to lift.
I think we got
big,
that yesterday,
yeah,
right? Yeah, we got that.
yeah.
yesterday.
That's how I train to. You know,
Ham is fat, man. Ham is all
ham is hefty.
hefty, man,
Hefty.
and it's sweat.
Yeah.
So it's just like a big girl,
Right.
but it look good, just like a big girl.
That's what I do. All my training is done with hams,
Right.
so that I actually get the proper weight distribution and consistency, if you will.
Mhm.
You know, like if you put a lot of ham in a laundry bag,
Right.
it feels just like you're carrying a plus size woman. So that's I carry the bag of ham up and down the steps, and that's how I know that I can carry a big
the
woman.
the more you say it, it just
Bag
gets
of
like
ham?
more like obscure. Like in my mind, I can imagine it's a bag of ham
And-
just jiggling around in the bag.
And then what's crazy? So I'm saying it as a term of endearment, and somebody will be listening to this, and that's their new way of disrespecting. That's why you
Right.
look like a bag of ham. Like
Or a sack of potatoes. That's the other one too.
that's so old now, but it still works. It's a classic.
It's still a classic.
And so I'm in the party, and it really was for somebody like me. I've liked big women, like I said, my whole life, and it was a joy to see because most of it was empowering. You know, most of it
very confident.
Yeah.
Very confident. You see smiles on faces. I mean,
it was a lot of body positivity,
Right.
which did not there was not a lot of that when I was coming up. I think I said this on a previous show. When I first started liking big girls, it was me, Redman, and Cole from Martin.
Yep.
That was it.
she was the friend that couldn't get a date.
Yeah. Oh my God! When I was in the Air Force, that once women found out that I liked plus size or thick or whatever,
Always trying to hook you up.
they stayed, and it was always the friend who had no social skills, so they were really awkward. So it's like, I don't think the fact that she's fat is the reason she's single. I think it has something to do with the fact that
Personality, man.
the
But
fact,
now they different.
the confidence.
The confidence
The
is there.
confidence is there.
is there. I mean,
Now it's cool, but see, now it's cool to like BBWs.
Right.
Now it's trendy to do that.
Right.
Like Lizzo. Lizzo is one of the hottest artists in the world right now. I didn't know anything about her until like a month and a half ago.
Right.
But the more I listen to her, the more I realize I've been listening to her for a long time because her music is in commercials
Mhm.
and it's in movies and TV shows and stuff. So I've been a fan for a long time. Didn't realize it.
Then put a face to the music, right?
Did not put a face to the music, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, the very first time I seen her to recognize who she was her Video Music Award appearance,
Right.
where she's in all white, she's showing half of her ass, and then in her song, she starts twerking, and then breaks out the flute. and starts playing the flute. That's like 350 pounds of ass.
Right.
And that's
moving.
Just while playing the flute. I don't know if anybody's told you how hard it is to play the flute just standing still as a skinny person.
Sitting in a chair.
You mean to tell me that you have all of this weight on you and you twerking
And you can control
playing the
it.
flute.
And you can control it.
You know what kind of breath control you got to have for that? Even if I didn't like
I
big
didn't-
women,
I
that's
didn't
just
see
sexy
that.
to me.
I seen a big girl walk to her car and was like, I need to take a sit. And but she can,
Listen, I have
do a thing.
dad body, and if I walk to the incline from my driveway to my mailbox, sometimes getting my mail, I come back and I'm just like, I'm not doing nothing for the rest of the day. That was too much. So I can understand, like, if you're not, but I also come from an era where being big didn't necessarily mean that you were unathletic.
Right.
People don't consider sumo wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Women say, I want a man with a body like an athlete. Sumo wrestlers are athletes.
Yeah, chess players are athletes. Chess is a sport now.
Hey.
So
yeah.
don't be be real specific what you want now.
But in the 90s, the fat kid was athletic as all hell in the 90s.
Right. Every he just sit on you.
He could wrestle. He could play
But
ball.
I always got picked on though. And you trying to figure out why.
No.
You could just sit on people and win.
I know I know the big kid you talking about. I have a big kid in mind for who you're talking about, the one who got bullied, and you're just like, bruh, you're 3 of me. How are you letting them bully you?
Like, why are you letting my little self come over here and defend you? I just talk shit all the time, so therefore I get myself in and out of trouble. But this dude just like quiet and silent, letting people like pick on him. Like, what are you doing, man? You better speak up. They gonna run all over you out here.
I used to get stuffed in lockers, and I remember one time my big friend, my fat kid friend, they opened the locker and we all just looked at each other like, how far did y'all think this was gonna go? Like, you got the locker open now. No. Now all of us are interested in seeing where you're gonna go from here.
Right,
like,
I want to see this. I want to get this dude in this locker.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna get a shoulder
the science
in?
teacher comes out and is like, oh, okay, science lesson. Get the whole class out there.
So, hypothesis. How well do you think the fat kid is going to fit in the locker?
The math teacher comes out and starts like measuring and stuff, circumference.
Oh, you got to solve for X. Yeah. But what is it? Width times length times height. Now you got to solve for how you're going to get the fat kid.
That's what it is.
How are you going to get the fat
in
kid in
there.
the locker?
Your X is in there.
But
you're not getting it. Nope, not happening. It's not happening. Nope.
I turned off. Like, once you said math, I'm not going to lie. My brain immediately was like, nope, not doing this.
But it's funny though. Can you imagine when they finally get him in the locker? Like, it's like a big hoopla. Like, everybody's clapping. Like at the end of a high school movie.
like it was supposed to happen.
Even the kid in the locker is like clapping. Like, you did it. You guys did it. And then, like, it's like a huge celebration.
That's a sketch actually. We could do.
Yeah. But you just realize at the end of it, this dude just got stuffed in the locker.
Like, basically, the bully got encouraged to bully. Like, it became matter of fact, he gets a national merit scholarship for stuffing the fat kid in the locker. He gets like the Nobel Peace Prize for finding out how to put a fat kid in a locker.
They're like hoisting him up, walking down the hallway, and the kid in the locker is like clapping, like, he did it.
Right.
He did. Like,
I'm proud of you guys.
You guys did this. That was amazing. That was pretty cool, man. So,
I've been team big girl since then.
Did a thing.
Team big girl.
Is that no sandwich?
Oh yeah,
the
anorexic challenge. The skinny, the stick figure refusing the sandwich. And so there's what stuff like that showed me yesterday. The Swim Thick Pool Party is that everybody needs a safe space.
Right.
Everybody needs a safe space to be able to appropriately belong to whatever group you belong to or not, because like we said, the confidence, the swimsuits, the and I'm not putting any of these ladies down, but so just to be honest, there was a lot of what people would call cottage cheese and stretch marks. And the rolls and the fat and everything, all the stuff I like, that's all
the stuff you like.
Yeah, that's everything that I'm down for. The cottage cheese, the dimple, like even the boxy booty.
The SpongeBob.
The SpongeBob. Yeah. Like most guys who like big women because they usually like the ones who have like the big booties.
Mm-hmm.
I like a nice boxy booty. It's genuine. Nobody's getting surgery for that boxy booty look.
It's crazy because I don't like I don't like dudes who prey on our big girls, like because of like low confidence or something like that, you know. But like they like them because of the confidence that they have. Like they go out to the beach, they go out to the store. Now, yeah, sometimes they do have the shortest of skirts and all of the cleavage everywhere because they're really confident.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got those dudes who find a girl who is a little bit bigger because she comes from a family of hefty genes, and she doesn't know how to show off what she got. You gotta use what you have,
You do.
and
You got to be proud of whatever it is. You got to be proud of it.
And I would definitely say yesterday. I mean, you see these women, coming down this hill, and I'm gonna tell you right now, when I saw this hill, I was like, they not gonna do this. But they came down this hill and went back up this hill. I saw a girl go up the hill 3 times,
Oh yeah.
and like confident, back up and down, all the way to her car. And you remember how that walk was?
I'm 210 pounds. I ride a bike. I believe I'm in moderate shape, and I cussed the entire time walking up that hill.
Yeah.
The entire time. Like,
Shoot, even Evan lost his voice.
Yeah.
He was talking to me, and as soon as we got halfway up the hill, he just stopped talking.
between the heat and the incline, like that hill itself is the devil.
But they was out there doing their thing, and I mean, I would say like I said, it's a huge confidence boost because I grew up in California,
Mm-hmm.
and when you go out to the beach in California, it's like going down to Miami.
Mhm.
All you're gonna see is little petite bodies all everywhere. I mean,
Mhm.
you got your occasional big ass,
But that's a cause for concern or something. That's somebody who so you're gonna see people going, look at that.
Right. But then you see these girls that they come out here, that they go to the beach, and they try to put on a 2-piece, which do you prefer over stomach or under stomach?
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Uh-oh.
No. It
Ooh.
depends.
'Cause I saw 2 yesterday, and I was like, I don't know which one.
It depends.
One of them, like,
It depends on if I'm in the mood to rub or grab. Because when it's under stomach, there's a lot to grab. When it's over stomach, it's a lot to rub.
Right.
So it just depends on if I'm in a rubbing or grabbing mood. I like stomach
fair enough.
regardless.
Fair enough.
But that's what I'm saying. There is somebody out there for everything.
Everybody,
Yeah. People get discouraged because they're like, oh, well, I'm this and I'm that. There is somebody for everybody as far as
Right.
there's even being an artist. Like if you're a black kid who can play the what's an instrument that we just don't play? Like the violin. If you're a black kid,
I think we took that one.
if you're a black kid who can play the violin or the cello or
The
something
cello
like
is
that,
my
and
next
you're
one.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, black people don't, I'm never gonna get a recording
Right.
contract. That is so false because there's another black kid right now that's like, man, I really wish there was a black cello player I could listen to. And so with big girls now, like you were saying, what you had said earlier was that it used to be popular to talk to big girls because they were easy targets.
Yep, low confidence.
Yeah, they were.
Now they're gonna turn you down.
Man.
Oh, I don't want you. Well, you know what? That was nice, lady.
No. What
But I call her big, she'll punch you.
No, my favorite thing is so these dudes who they still think that this is the era of the big girl who's just happy to get hollered at. They think that that's still going on.
Right.
And so they'll holler, and then she'll reject them, and that's why you fat anyway, bitch. First off, she knew that.
Yep.
She knew that. She knew that when she came
That's why
out.
she turned you down. Because she know what you're trying to do.
First off, she knows she's fat, and she knows she's sexy, and she knows she makes a dynamite plate of corn biscuits.
And she sweats when she eats cereal. I'm just saying.
And it's sexy
And
to
it's
somebody.
sexy. Sometimes that bead of sweat would just get you every single time.
Somebody likes that.
Yeah.
And
Sweating the AC.
so now you can't just holler at a big girl because you struck out with all the skinny girls or something. Like the big girl is liable to turn you down quicker than the skinny girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the skinny girls now are the ones with no confidence anymore.
Oh yeah, the skinny girls are now the ones that they need that attention boost. They need to know that somebody finds them attractive
in some way, shape, or form.
It's crazy how that changed around.
But you gotta think about it. Back in what is it? I guess not the Renaissance. Yeah, what was the Renaissance? They were like, if you were big, if you were hefty, that meant you had money, you had power. The big one was always the one that was in charge. And then all of a sudden, I guess after the Black Plague, when everybody just shit themselves and died, and got skinny, it all changed to, this is the new image. You know, nobody wants to see.
Chris Rock had a joke about that a long time ago about how, like, in the United States, we're the only country who equates being skinny to being healthy. Like, all the other countries, it's the exact opposite. They're like, oh my God, look at you. You done put on weight. How? Did your food allotment go up this month? Are you like killing extra buffalo? Like, what is your secret? What are you doing?
Right.
Is that 10 cents a month that you're getting from the United States?
Helping you? Yeah, that's It at one point it did mean that you were, you gotta think about it. Even in older black families, Big Mama was the one that was in charge.
Yeah.
It wasn't Granddaddy, because he was old.
Granddaddy
he was an
worked
alcoholic.
himself. Granddaddy was that skinny because he worked 2 12-hour
He
jobs
smoked 2
a day.
packs of cigarettes a day.
And then as soon as he got his check, he went and got him a bottle or went to the bar. Like, you really only see, if you think about it, you really only seen Grandpa for like 15 minutes a year throughout most of your life. Grandpa did not stick around. Everybody got fond memories.
And then when he died, he was like, he dead? I thought he'd been dead. No, it was a Nelson Mandela thing.
That's right.
I could have sworn he was dead.
I didn't know he was dead till I didn't get my Christmas card with the $20 bill in it. That's when I knew that he wasn't around no more. But yeah, Granddaddy was always skinny but Big Mama?
Big Mama, she was always in charge. Mm-hmm. She was very confident. She would go to the store, and if you call her a fat B word, she gonna hit you with that brick that's in her purse, and she gonna put you out.
Nobody, I don't even know anybody who's bold enough to call an old country fat black woman a fat bitch. Like, especially if she's got generations of kids and grandkids.
Right.
Because then you've got to deal with those generations. Like,
I guess you don't have to even call her that. You got to be like, you got to hint towards it.
Yeah.
Like,
you just have to suggest.
So what are you trying to say?
Are you calling me fat?
Look, say it. Just say it. I ain't gonna hurt you. Just say it. No. As soon as you say it, you're gonna wake up at her house with her putting the peas on your head. Now, are you done?
You done being stupid, boy? Yeah, you're not about to call a fat Southern black woman fat.
Right.
Or you're not about to say it derogatorily. Because first off, she's probably had a kid that was supposed to go into the NFL and, something happened. For some reason, everybody's got that kid. Every woman that I know has that kid that was like supposed to do something great and then got caught up and did something. Right. So now it
was either drugs or a girl or the boys. The boys always get you caught up, but the boys go on to be good and great.
So now they at home. You trying to get some from mama, but here she got this 24-year-old straight steak and eggs eating linebacker sleeping on the couch.
Sup?
Right.
Who this?
You can't.
Is your husband?
You can't even make him call you Mr. Nothing. You know how when a woman got little kids, you can be like, well, you call me Mr. Sonny. You just grown ass man, but just call me Roger, bro.
Look, he come over here. Hey man, I'm trying to get a job, man. You hiring at your job?
Right.
I'm trying to get a job. How old are you?
Mama,
16.
Mama said
25.
Like when the kid be that old, they don't even ask. Like, when the kid be a kid, it's like, hey, mama said, can you take me to the store? This grown ass come in and talk about, hey, mama said, give me the keys.
Take me to the store right quick. But I don't know a lot of anorexically challenged women who have a big 6'5" son. It's always a big girl. You go over her house. She got the house always look good. I ain't never seen.
That's why I said Big Mama's kids. First off, Big Mama don't play that. First off, Big Mama, she's been raising these kids since they came out to clean. Like as soon as the kid was a week old, she handed them a rag and made them crawl their ass around and wipe stuff down. So the house is going to be the house is going to be the diapers turned around so that they absorb the liquid on the outside. Fuck what you got going on. So
my house is dirty.
And that's because you don't have a Big Mama in your life.
Right.
But Big Mama has been cleaning the house so damn long. That's what I'm saying.
But it's not even Big Mama. I'm saying, like, if you meet, like, I'm pretty sure one of these women that was at this pool party, but all of them have, whether it's a house, apartment, they got a roommate, their area is the cleanest.
Yeah.
Because they like make sure that they is taken care of and their area around them is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't never met no big girl who got a messy car. You know, it may be dirty on the outside, but the inside, oh, it's clean.
Or like when you work side by side.
Mm-hmm.
The big girl in the office is the one you can always get the extra supplies from. Like if you need a snack, a disinfectant wipe, a pen.
She got 3 types of pens:
Yeah.
blue, red, and ballpoint black.
She's the only person in the world that still has those pens with the multicolor clickers.
Yeah.
Like you can get that pen from the big girl in your office, and her area is
And
clean.
it's always that weird dude that's always talking to her, who's trying to still get her to, you know, to like crack.
I don't even notice him until he gets mad at me because because I am who I am. But
Right.
so, you know, the big girl in the office usually always tends to become my office wife or whatever. And this dude who's been working on her for 2 years
Mm-hmm.
gets mad.
He been trying to go out for a drink. He was trying to do lunch.
He been bringing her back Chick-fil-A for 2 years.
She eating it.
And she has
Still
not
staying on.
returned not one of his texts.
Not one of
Here I
them.
bring my ass in the office. I ain't been working there but for 2 weeks.
Y'all laughing and joking it up.
We sending each other emails back and forth, and he can't stand it. He cannot stand it. She's sitting here laughing at a joke.
Right.
What you laughing at? Oh, something I got in an email from Sonny. Oh, so you and Sonny send each other emails now. I would like to be on the email
copy
chain.
them emails. Sure, okay.
You can't send me emails. I like to laugh too. He is mad as hell.
Probably got glasses.
Like
Something like that.
Like I can usually get away with eating the big girl's lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can go and be like, hey,
Did you cook that?
Hey, you know, yeah, hey, I seen that you brought food from home, but you went out for lunch earlier today. You mind if I? And it's no problem. Let Roger go into the fridge and eat the big girl in the office's food.
Oh, she's suing.
It's a wrap.
She's
He's getting a sexual harassment charge. He's getting
Touched her butt.
a equal opportunity charge. Right. He's an assault charge, all because he decided to eat her food. I'm telling you. So, with Swim Thick, it was an honor to see that much confidence in bigger women, because you're not gonna see a group of women that confident to do that. I mean, they were twerking.
Yeah,
they
saw
were.
videos.
It was so much bass.
One of them was twerking standing still.
Yes, one of them. I think
She
she
batted
did
her
was
eyes and her ass moved.
yes. All she did was
Doing
blink.
thing.
She blinked 2 times, and that ass just would not stop moving.
Ooh, remember the fight over the last pork chop? I think you had just walked away.
So
all ran up on each other.
I found out it was over the ice, the flavored ice.
No.
It was yes. Somebody had knocked somebody's flavored ice over,
Right.
and that started the fight.
Girl, you don't need it. You need it no way.
First off, first off, it's just sugar, syrup, and ice.
You can make another one. I'm pretty sure you got that in your purse right now.
Right now.
I ain't gonna lie. I did talk to a big girl the other day. I was in the break room. I was like, "Hey, you got some barbecue sauce?" And she's like, "Why you assuming I got barbecue sauce?" I didn't say it out loud, but I did, hint to the fact that you got a big purse. Your purse was big.
I'm pretty sure, and she had barbecue.
She did.
I know she did.
I ended up getting barbecue sauce. I ain't have to go out into the food court and get
Listen,
some barbecue
man,
sauce.
you know as well as I do that you've been to
Look,
Arby's within the last 3 weeks, so I know you have.
We're not gonna
barbecue
argue. We're not gonna argue this lady. I'm not trying to say that you're you're hefty, but you take care of yourself.
Right. Right.
So, but I mean, it was a good experience. I mean,
I recommend. So again, our audio DAP is for Diva Curves, and I look forward to going again next year. Hopefully, I have my actual lifeguard certification.
I'm pretty sure there'll be more this year. They're not gonna just.
No, it's an annual. That's the. I mean, now
I'm saying there'll be more big girl events, so they're not gonna get skinny overnight.
We'll figure out something. We'll figure out something. I'm the official big girl host. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for official big BBW event hosts.
Right.
From now on, you can't have a BBW event if the legendary Sonny G ain't hosting.
That's right. I get that right.
So this has been another great episode of Effa Podcast. I am the legendary Sonny G. This is
Rod, the manager,
and you can find him on Talking Brick.
Also featured soon on Trap Nerd News. I'm the field reporter and the manager of the field reporters. I'm the only one.
And of course, you can find me on all social media platforms. Trap Nerd Sonny with a O, not a U. I'm not a unicorn wrangler. Right.
Just gets more obscure every time.
You can also go, if you like the show, if you like what we're doing, we got a Patreon link. So Patreon, right. Trap Nerd ENT. Other than that, we appreciate y'all listening. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool.
This is the legendary Sonny G, and thank you for tuning in to Effa Podcast. You can also go ahead and follow us at Trap Nerd ENT on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can also go to our Patreon if you enjoy what we do and make a donation. Patreon.com/TrapNerdENT, and be on the lookout for future events. Sign up for our email list at trapnerdent@gmail.com. Again, thank you for listening. Y'all be cool like how y'all be cool.